What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristin. I am the owner and coach of Nova Strength, and I am taking you guys through my meet prep. This is episode number 2. If you guys watched the last episode, you'll know that I am 11 weeks out now, and I'm going to be taking you guys through what I'm doing along these 11 weeks leading up into this meet, and give you guys a lot of tips along the way. If you guys are prepping for a meet or just training in general, I think you guys can learn a lot of things along the way. So this is my secondary day, lower body day. And when I say secondary, it basically means throughout the week I have different days with different general goals for that day. So this day is more so focused around building work capacity, hypertrophy, so higher reps and a little bit lighter load, and just working on technical proficiency, if anything. So again, in my last video, you'll know that I was previously doing only singles for about 7 weeks or so. And so now I'm trying to really get back into the groove of doing higher reps. So today I was focused on building up to a 3x7 at RPE 6 on squats here. I originally planned to do high bar squats, but my hips and my adductors were not feeling very comfortable, so I made the decision to alter the program accordingly and do low bar squats instead. It's not going to make a huge difference in terms of what I'm going to be getting out of it. I just wanted to make sure that I stayed healthy since it is still so far out from the meet. That's the most important thing, is making sure my body can recover plenty enough so that I don't feel too beat up going into the meet. So this day I actually didn't go very heavy. Again, I was focused more on just feeling comfortable doing these reps again and just trying to find my groove. Even with 155 pounds here, this is 165 here, but this is technically like 60% of my 1 rep max, which is super, super light. I should be able to hit that for about like 12 to 15 reps on a good day, but I am not acclimated to doing reps, and so this was challenging enough on its own. My legs were super pumped and like really worked, so that felt really good. To be honest, in the beginning of the warm-ups, my squats just did not feel good, so I was a little bit hesitant. But I made sure to have the mindset going into this knowing that it was gonna feel a little bit harder than normal because I'm not acclimated to doing reps. So that was my goal for the day. This is 170 pounds. I can do this any given day of the week, but again, all I wanted to do was groove the reps. I stopped there. I wanted to go heavier, but I made sure I was not ego driven at all. And I stopped there before my hips got too bothered because I knew I had to do sumo deadlifts afterwards, which I don't normally do twice a week. But for this start of the meet prep, I decided to throw in sumo twice a week. So this is going to be my light technique day. I'm doing paused deadlifts here. And I programmed them to really practice my position and technique off the floor because I've kind of gotten out of the groove and have been really rushing my sets for the sake of putting on like heavier load on the bar, which is not always a good thing because I did notice my technique started feeling really off. So I wanted to implement these pauses to really slow it down, turn down the load a little bit, and just practice good solid reps. With these pauses, I'm really focused on creating proper tension before I start pulling. So a lot of people will rush these guys. They'll try to rip it off the floor. Their position gets all funky. They rush the pause. And in that, they don't really get any carryover out of the actual pauses. So at that point, they might as well do just regular deadlifts. You always need to ask yourself why you're performing certain exercises so you can really execute them properly. I'm only pausing a couple inches off the floor because that's going to allow me to really get the most carryover into a normal deadlift as far as position and technique off the floor goes. Which in my opinion is the most crucial part of the sumo deadlift. So I'm trying to really practice building tension and pushing through the ground while maintaining my technique and position. Sorry to be redundant, I keep saying position, but that's the main focus of these. I'm really trying to open my hips up as I pull. during that pause and keep my torso as rigid as possible. You could see I'm really trying to keep my chest as high as possible and almost like wedge my hips into the bar. So you can see I'm trying to like push my legs down, rotate open, but keep my torso long and rigid and chest high. There's the nod of approval from Andrew. Followed that up with some dumbbell RDLs. I didn't go too heavy on these because all the rep work previously was actually kicking my ass. So I decided to go very, very controlled on these and actually focus on feeling the tension where I wanted it, which was my hamstrings and glutes. And I actually am in the process of editing a whole in-depth video about how to perform a proper RDL or a hip hinge, which a lot of people need help on, actually, even experienced lifters. So I'm actually super excited. Stay tuned for that. That should be coming out tomorrow. If you're watching this late, it's probably already out, so make sure you check that out. But yeah, I was really focused on feeling my glutes, feeling my hamstrings. I usually use straps for these guys just because grip plays an issue. And this is me taking a little snack break. Due to all the filming of the RDL hip hinge video, this workout took way longer than expected and I got a little hungry. I had to resort to eating this really, really ripe banana, which is honestly the most disgusting thing to me, in my opinion. It can't have those brown spots in them because then at that point it's like way too mushy and way too sweet. I am struggling to get this down, but I needed it because I was starting to cramp. And I finished this workout off with some heavy weighted ab crunches, trying to extend and flex through the rectus abdominis to really get that full contraction of the abs. And I had other things planned for this day, but I was already dead enough. So I stopped here and that was pretty much my workout. Checking to see if I have a six-pack yet. Nope, still nothing there, but that's okay. I'll check you guys in the next one.